Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And with the road trip approaching, and before we get going, let's catch up with our
guys who told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense.
Thank you, David. And the NBA season can be a long one, Chris. How important were team functions and team events during the season as a way to relieve some of the stress of the season?
Oh, man, if you're on a good team and a good team in the locker room, then you really don't even have to have team functions because you're going out, hanging out after every practice, going to play golf on warm days.
It's just natural, right?
Yeah, it's just natural to eat with guys, hanging out with guys, and so it is everything because really these are the guys that you're playing for, and the better chemistry, the better the team. I've always believed, and so team functions, hanging out with the guys, always important.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Starlets, Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. And Horford at the 5. Rolling the paint.
What an athletic play from Brown. Showing come on, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Here's Wall. 20 points for him last game against Phoenix.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Irving gets to Hayward. Morris a screen. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And that one's good by Gortat.
Gortat uses his athleticism on these type of finishes. He gets it done even in the face of the defense.
Ball against Irving. Three-pointer. Hayward. Morris with the rebound. For Washington, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
You gotta enjoy watching Wall take flight. He's a sensational dunk artist.
On defense, Washington. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss for them.
I don't like to use the word shock.
Oh.
That was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that.
How about the word lethargic? You can see it in their body language from the opening to they just didn't have it.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
In the corner, it's Morris. Off the mark there with a 3-point shot. Morris outside. Here's Wall. And the layup's good off the glass. Wall's got his second basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hayward dishes to Irving. It's stolen by Wall. And now Wall running the floor all by himself. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Wall's got 6.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Timeout.
Well, when the question of who has the best handles comes up in the NBA, J.Wall should be in the conversation. Of course, Irving and Curry might be at the top. But Wall isn't far behind. He can absolutely use a guy with one of his crossover behind the back, flip up, down, zip-zap moves.
Boston, no good that time either. Washington leading now by 11. Porter, and he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
Porter knows how to score inside. He possesses great quickness, and he has that lift also to finish the paint.
Horford in the screen on Wall. Irving kicks to Horford. Back to Irving. Will it go? Rebounded by the Wizards. And Chris with Wall. His dribbling ability, one advantage he has is that he's able to do great things on the floor at full speed.
Well, I can think of several examples where Wall just left his defender in the dust at half court. Such a fluid behind the back move with his speed that defenders is so hard for them to check.
Beal, the pass to Wall. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 for the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving's shot is good.
No, that's just impeccable shooting from Irving. The D can get in his jersey all they want. It doesn't affect him one bit.
Wall picks the quarter. A three from Morris. It doesn't go for him. And it's busted the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the three ball the way they did in that one.
Oh, yeah, once they shot it, it was like an avalanche. Even as the defense is still
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Dennis Rodman is checked in for Marquise Morris.
And Al Horford just so versatile. That extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior. And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on marching courtside.
I mean, given his massive size, it's easy to see why Horford picks up a lot of shooting fouls.
And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism, but Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also, he's got terrific hands. And you see that with all the steals he racks up.
Wide open, he fires. Offline with his three. Here's Beal, and two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
Well, look, I love the confidence it builds when you work that hard in the offseason and you have a jump shot that wet. I guess it's easy to embrace the punishment.
The Wizards shoot their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And we all know that Bradley Beal was one of the early benefactors of the new contracts handed out in the NBA. Chris, as you know, got a 5-year deal worth almost $130 million. Some questioned it, but he has stepped up since signing long-term here.
Yeah, and with Bill, you knew he had the talent. It was just a matter of staying on the floor to earn that contract. I mean, since signing, he's had career best in several different categories. This team showed faith in Bill, and he's rewarded.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back with.
Horford has a wide open look, and it's Meeks with the rebound.
The defender nowhere near him. He still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 12 points in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Irving kicks to Morris. Back to Irving. Morris with the screen for Irving. Morris, left side. Pushed it. No good that time either. Wizards leading by 16. Right wing. Here's Oubre. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. Here's Irving, and Irving throws it down.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that window.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
So, Kevin, you know momentum is a fickle thing. Sometimes one simple boost in confidence can change the complexion of an entire game.
And so it's the Washington Wizards sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and
Reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh, yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I what?
After this first quarter, but they're starting to make it look easy.
I love that they have their track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
On the court for the Celtics, Horford is out there with Tatum. That's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Monroe. And it's Smart in at the two. Wizards making a switch here. Scott's checked in. Free throw good. Beal. And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was in Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they had been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
Smart dishes to Monroe. From 12 feet out, unable to get that one. Now Washington takes it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Tatum, and slammed up by Tatum.
And you get the sense Tatum is used to getting hit when he's penetrating inside. It almost seems as if he embraces those challenges.
Count it, good.
Timeout.
7 points for Bradley Beal.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
When you're up by double digits, they're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Celtics.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
The shot's good. Scott's got his first basket.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. There are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time. Getting maximum results from every one of his players. Dennis Rodman was checked in for Oubre.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Irving kicks to Horford. And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Wizards, Otto Porter Jr. is checked in for McGee. Oubre comes in for Scott, and it's Jody Meeks in for Rockland. Here's Monroe. Nice D from Porter.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Beal can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 19. And Chris, we know you are always trying to connect with our fans over social media. We have a question for you sent in by a viewer who asks, Chris, if you weren't a basketball player, what other profession do you think you may have pursued?
Wow. Well, I used to want to be a wrestler. And other guys like that. But,
Ooh, nasty. Sorry, Kyrie.
I love kids. I hang around kids. So it definitely be something where I'm instructing kids. I don't know if it would be school or if it would be a gym teacher or if it would be working with kids in some type of way. But definitely would.
I can see you as a teacher. Like if you were a wrestler, like what would your name be? Like would you be like?
Oh man,
What name would
two
you be?
terrible names right there. Junkyard Dog, Ultimate Warrior, Superfly Slicker. I know I gave my name back. I gave myself a name back in there. I don't know. I'd have to figure out first what my persona was. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about that one. But I'm too skinny, man. I don't think I've broken up in that ring. I know that for sure. So I think I made the right decision.
Tatum kicks to Smart. Monroe sets a screen for Smart. And on the way from Irving for 3, the offensive rebound. That one goes.
Timeout.
Monroe's got 6 in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
So timeout call here. The first for Washington.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
Washington making some changes. Raheemi's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Morris comes in for Meeks. And Swanson in for J.Wall. Then for the Celtics, Hayward comes in for Al Horford. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. There's the pass to Tatum. Monroe sets a screen for Tatum. Moves back up. Frank Greg Monroe again. Monroe's got 8 points.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of it even deeper.
Morris outside. There's Beal with the 3. James effort, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Boston called for the foul.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep. He can definitely lock you up on D as well.
Well, you look at Marquise Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Well, you just can't worry about stuff like that. Just brush it off. Brush your shoulders off.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of him, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
And pulled out all the stops to fight his way inside, but the D just was not giving in.
Morris with the block.
Oh, man. Look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sitting there shot.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Wall attacking. Here's the
Bitch.
Has a sixth sense of knowing when guys are open. Outstanding and quickly getting them the ball.
35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Hayward outside. A floater. Rebound, Washington. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. That one good for 2. Monroe's got 10 points.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
Here's Wall.
Ooh, saucy.
That one's good.
Saucy as fuck. Dang.
Beautiful move to give
Yes, it was.
just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Wizards lead by 16. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We want to hit them first. We weren't going to take any temperatures, like he said, so we're not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be aggressive, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a great half of basketball from J.Wall. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work on. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Look at J.Wall. What a contribution so far.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Morris and Gortat together down low. A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3, and it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's the room for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half. A three from Morris. A three-pointer is right on target. Morris has got 5 now.
You better admire how Morris fits off the challenge defense. I mean, because of his phenomenal concentration.
Well, for the Celtics, their trade with the Nets is the gold standard for asset hunting. But a lot of smaller deals along the way, fortifying their roster.
And they ended up with the top pick this past year. Though they traded out of it, I mean, have a good chance to even get more top picks. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Brown outside. No good there.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out rebound.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming out. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
People may not see how quick Porter is on these drives. Sometimes the D has no choice but to whack.
This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
From about 19 feet, Beal can't get it to go.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
From 13, here's Horford, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
I mean, Al Horford has a complete game. He can hit a big shot. He can get a defensive stop. I mean, even setting a great screen. And let's not forget about his pass. He does it all.
Free throw drop for Al Horford. And you think about Al Horford setting screens, Chris, he can pick and roll, but he can also pick and pop.
But what I like about that, for those basketball nerds like myself, what that means is he can facilitate. So he's a threat. If he sets the pick, he can go to the hole and finish. But as a defender, you have to be careful because you just can't anticipate that he can step back and knock down the jump shot. And if he's good at that, what about when he steps back, pump fakes, gives you a hands up, spins, and dunks on him?
Timeout.
Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Beal.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output. A chance here to check out J.Wall. The last 10 games, he's been on a heck of a run. 6th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. I think everyone can now agree that J.Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
And he makes the first. And part of analyzing a game can be offering forth critique of players or officials or organizations. Chris, how do you find that balance of candor and yet not being too critical, being too harsh?
Great question. The way I try to have an honest balance is to remember how I felt when it happened to me. When you're a player, if someone comes with hard credible evidence, I mean, it's true. You can't take anything personal. But when guys are just criticizing the same jump shot that you made last play, I'm not that guy. So, I try to keep a balance by being fair and honest, first of all, to the fans of that city and that state, and letting them know how great their team is, but also that maybe their team is playing lazy. Maybe look at this effort not out there by the floor, but also in the ball game, I also give the team that's losing by 30 just as much respect as I do the winning team, because those guys work just as hard. This is just a specific night they didn't play that well. So I just try to make every game as special as it is to me, from being a kid growing up to being able to play in the league, but then also just being fair. You know, benefit of the doubt first, but if you do 2 or 3 stupid things, then you're a stupid player that night. You know, just being honest, having fun. And I've gotten some calls from players, and I don't care. You know, I'm not hard to find. I just try to have fun, be honest, and no hard feelings, man.
Here's Irving. And the shot falls short this time. Washington leading now by 15. Here's Gortat. Morris with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Porter, here we go. And finish by Porter.
You better wrap Porter up on these type of shots. When you don't, he finishes off the contact well and finishes in style.
Celtics trail by 17. In the third quarter, with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Drills it from outside.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make. And that league's only going to keep growing if he keeps shooting like he has so far.
The dish to Hayward. No good on the three. Washington leading now by 16. Here's Beal, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Boston called for the foul.
If you watch Bradley Beal play, it seems like he's been in the league for a long time. And then you see his age, and you're surprised on how young he still is. Younger than most of the top shooting guards in the league.
And with Beal being so young, you know, we saw the jump in his production last year, Chris, but he still is on the verge of entering his prime.
Yeah, you think about this. Guards usually hit their prime between 26 and 29 or so. Bill still has some time before he gets to the top of his game. You wonder just what he'll be capable of when that time comes.
Ty Lawson, who's checked in from the Wizards.
Now, when Bill is healthy, he's a force on the court. He's a fantastic shooter with a lightning quick release.
They set the screen. Here's Morris, and he sees the shot coming off the strong pick.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Otto Porter really making a difference here.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense because what they've been doing so far is not working.
Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the ball, but they can all hurt you.
There you go.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. And I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be, what will the impact of that bench be? And ultimately, that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Here's Smart. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Baines. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Look at Irving go to work off the ball screen and his man. He's always alert, constantly scanning his team.
That's how you power that one down, young fella.
He went hard to the hoop and did not disappoint when he got there.
Same over here. Can't complain. He got off work about an hour ago.
The defense is a Smart. In the corner. Tatum with it. Over Porter. That one wide left. Wizards have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Outside, Beal. Over Smart. And Washington again with the bucket.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
What day do you have free
Irving for 3.
so we can get together?
Scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Oh, and that's his second three-pointer this half. I mean, he's really cooking now.
Back to Lawson. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. Rodman kicks to Lawson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Irving passes to Baines. He used that pick to get in close.
And look, Irving is a superb passer. He's skilled in slicing passes over to his teammates in the pick and roll.
Lawson kicks to Rodman. Offline with his three. Now here's Tatum. He's covered closely. That will count. And he hits the buzzer beater.
And money in the corner there with the triple.
That's a great way to finish off the quarter. Knocking down a look like that is a big confidence builder heading into the locker room.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit
And you
deficit
told me
will make it tough to come back.
you want me to eat the
It's the
pussy.
Wizards. They lead by 13. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up.
He's got these, chip away. See if you can't next time we get together. Have it.
Stevens reminding his guys, you still have time to get where you want to be. Just take it one possession at a time.
Well, he wants them to relax. I mean, there are going to be ups and downs over the course of a game. Just breathe and play.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the floor for Boston, Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Monroe is out there with Morris, and it's Tatum in at the small forward. On the lane, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
I love the strength of Morris. Even with suffocating defense, he wheels these shots in.
Celtics trail by 12. Screen by Monroe. Irving dishes to Monroe. Brown right side. From about 19 feet. Rebounded by the Wizards. Gortat's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Irving. And a slam dunk by Irving.
Irving does a solid job maintaining his balance, even with the DB and all the aggressive athleticism.
Beal can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawson. And Luke Group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mahini's checked in for Gortat. Kelly Oubre comes in for Dennis Rodman. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's John Wall in for Ty Lawson. And then for Boston, Al Horford is checked in for Monroe. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Tatum. Morris with the bucket.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him get the goal from there.
And a slides up by Wall.
A little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be a tough bill for the defense to swallow.
Oh, that was sweet, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Not only can he set up others, but he can also be a big-time finisher.
And Washington making a change. Watson's checked in. Irving against Wall. Now, here is Irving. Defense is right there. Basket counts.
Oh, you can't forget about Horford. I mean, carving out space inside for the putback.
Pass to Oubre. Takes the three. Here's the foul. It's on Mahini. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Washington. Celtics trail by 8. Horford with the steal on Wall. Wall with the steal. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. They get the take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Slam dunk by Wall.
You got to respect Wall's game. He's remarkable at driving inside, even when the D is draped all over him.
The Celtics have gone 4-7 for the field since the beginning of the fourth. Outside Irving. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Well, that's a nice deep. Wizards lead.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Hit by Horford. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Irving. Over Wall. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And here we go. And we hear so much about this being the era of point guards, but look at the crop of small forwards in the league today. Wow, what a lineup. And talk about versatility. There are a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, the NBA has changed a lot. The two guard used to be the most athletic position when you think about it with the Jordans, the Clyde Drexlers, other guys, but it's really changed and really look at the size. Kevin Durant, you know, I was always amazed. I'm a power forward at 6'9". He's 2 inches taller than me, and he can play point guard. So the game is evolving when you look at Kevin Durant, LeBron, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Kupo, Jimmy Butler, those type of guys. When you want to talk about versatility, playing both ends of the floor and being able to score and get buckets, these guys come to mind.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, J.Wall.
And I love that it's been a hard charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
They lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play, take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
That shot off.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You gotta protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses. And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Washington calls timeout. Washington making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Mahimi. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Oubre, and Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks. They burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
The Wizards with another miss. Celtics trail by 11. In the corner, it's Hayward. The shot's good. Braun making the play. And that's now 8 points for Gordon Hayward.
And they're just living on the arc here, really, the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities.
Here's Irving. It's stolen by Morris. And Porter.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of these guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Washington leading now by 10. Tipped away. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. Wall draws the double. It's stolen by Morris. Over Morris. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And even when the D is all up and in on Morris, he nails the shot. Great job in keeping his eyes on the basket.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Washington.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with the win.
Looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Wall.
He had those defenders shaking their heads every time.
Oh! Bitch!
steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than.
Oh!
And a shot by Wall.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And so they choose to attempt the foul. Tatum kicks to Rozier. Over Lawson. And it's Rozier missing.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of that should be an interesting conversation.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with the double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. John, this team goes as you and Bradley go. What is it like having them with you out there?
We just enjoy playing with each other. He made things easy for me with pushing the ball in the fast breaks and having the opportunity to find him and also getting over shots for myself. And he's helped me want to be consistent with my jump shot and making shots and trusting my energy and stuff.
You guys are growing together, John. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.